The silent horror, kidnapping of Christians in Nigeria, and a government that chooses negotiation over action. Welcome to our Head News 23. My name is Ogene Karo. Today we will talk about the ongoing wave of kidnappings targeting Christian communities in Nigeria and the growing outrage over a government accused of choosing negotiation with terrorists instead of decisive action to end this nightmare. In the heart of Africa's most populous nation, fear has become a daily companion from northern villages to central towns in the sound of gunshots at night and the sudden disappearance of school children. Pastors, worshippers have turned ordinary life into a constant state of anxiety. Churches that once rang with hymns now echo with prayers for missing sons and daughters, while families cling desperately to hope, unsure if their loved ones will ever return. The recent abduction of 300 students and teachers from St. Mary Catholic School in Niger State was not just another tragic headline. It was a powerful reminder of how deeply broken the nation's security system has become, where the Christian Association of Nigeria confirmed that 315 people were seized, including 303 students and 12 teachers, in what became the country's second major school kidnapping within a single week. The attack, which occurred early Friday, wiped out nearly half of the school's total population of 629 students, with Catholic Bishop Bulus Dawa Yohana revealing that the attackers later recaptured 88 students who initially escaped this horror came back just days after another raid in Kebbi State, where 25 schoolgirls were abducted and reportedly taken to the Benengwari forest in Kaduna. Years after years, communities have watched as criminals, bandits, and extremist groups operate with near total impunity. They arrive on motorbikes, wielding advanced weapons, shooting sporadically to spread terror, and leave with dozens of captives. And the most haunting part, they often return into the same areas, confident that no meaning consequences are with them. Yet, what has caused even greater public anger is not just the attacks themselves, but the government's response or lack of it. Instead of launching aggressive, sustained military operations to dismantle these terror networks, Nigerian authorities have increasingly been accused of negotiating with them openly. Ransom payment, backdoor talks, and peace dialogue with armed gangs had become an uncomfortable norm. While officials framed this negotiation as necessary to save lives, critics argue that they only strengthen the kidnappers, turning human lives into profitable currency and encouraging more abductions. Every successful ransom deal sends a dangerous message: kidnapping works. It tells terrorists and bandits that the Nigerian state will talk, pay, and bend rather than confront with or crush them. As a result, schools remain soft targets, churches remain vulnerable, and rural communities live at the mercy of men who strive on fear and chaos. Christian leaders have continued to raise alarm bells, warning that their people are being systematically driven into submission. Many churches now hold services under heavy security or cancel gatherings entirely. Parents hesitate to send their children to school. Entire villages sleep with one eye open, ready to flee at the first sign of approaching motorcycles. For a nation that prides itself on unity and diversity, the atmosphere of mistrust and abandonment grows darker with each passing incident. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu issued a statement focusing only on the kidnapping of schoolgirls in Kebbi State and the death of soldiers in Borno, while ignoring the church attack in Kogi State, although he claimed to be heartbroken and depressed and said he had instructed security agencies to act swiftly. Critics questioned how a response issued 2 days after the abduction could be considered swift and accused him of offering prayers instead of practical solutions. The speech was further condemned for downplaying the violence by referring to it as occurring in pockets, despite the reality that human lives are being lost daily. International voices have also joined the conversation, some even accusing the Nigerian government of failing to protect its Christian population, while the President Donald Trump labeled the situation a genocide of Christians and threatened action. Reports indicate that both Christians and Muslims are equally affected, highlighting the broader security collapse driven by ransom, kidnappings, insurgency, and weak state control. leaving thousands of families in fear and Nigeria at the critical security breaking point. For the victims, this is not about politics or policy debates. It is about children torn from their classroom, pastors dragged from their altars, and family forced to sell everything they own to buy back a life that should never have been taken. As the kidnapping continues and government actions remain slow, uncertain, and the silence of decisive leadership grows louder, Nigerians are not just asking for sympathy, they are demanding courage, strategy, and uncompromising action against those who have turned terror into an industry. Because until the state chooses strength over compromise and justice over negotiation, the wounds of this crisis will only deepen, and the tears of grieving family will continue to fall unnoticed into the dusty soil of a frightened nation. Please like, share, and subscribe to our Head News 23 for more updates and in-depth story from around the world. Until next time.